Kylian Mbappé changed his father Wilfred's life. I can't complain between the life I have now and the one I had before. Kylian saw me get up in the morning. What could I complain about today? That would be lying to the man I used to be. I carried bales of hay at the Carroll racetrack. Faisal Lamari on Kylian Mbappe's love for CR7. When it came to Cristiano, Kylian was Portuguese in his head. He would go to a friend's father's house to watch Portugal's matches and support Ronaldo. He was in love. He would say, "I'm Portuguese." Marc Bernal could be cleared medically for the match against Valencia. The player hasn't played since August 2024 due to a torn ACL. Faisal Lamari reveals that Kylian Mbappé is too lazy to get his driver's license. Yesterday, I told him, "Get your license. At least be alone in your own car." He couldn't do it in Paris for security and logistical reasons. In Madrid, it's easier. He told me, "You're not wrong, but studying for the theory test tires me." I insisted. "You'll see, it will do you good to have 30 minutes with yourself, without a chauffeur, without a bodyguard. You take your car, you listen to the music you want to listen to." He apologized to me after every goal. Erling Haaland felt sorry for Christian Avram, the Moldovan goalkeeper during the 11-1 victory. Erling Haaland said it wasn't my fault. He said they had to keep playing because of goal difference, the keeper admitted after the match. For Kylian Mbappé, football is a toxic environment. Life is beautiful. Football is what it is. I like to say that people who go to the stadium are lucky to just enjoy the show and not know what goes on behind the scenes. Honestly, if I didn't have this passion, the football world would have disgusted me a long time ago. Inter Milan unveiled their new third kit. Juventus unveiled their new third kit. Kylian Mbappé loves PSG, but he will go all the way to claim his €55 million unpaid wages. That's my right, it's labor law. Because of the procedure, it looked like I wanted to harm PSG. I signed a work contract. I just wanted to be paid. I have nothing against PSG. I love this club. I have friends there. But it's the only way to get back what I earned through the sweat of my brow. Whether you like it or not, it's still a job. I already knew I wasn't being paid while I was at PSG. When the money doesn't come in, you notice. I could have made a scandal while I was there, but I told myself it wasn't worth it. But when you see you're not paid, at some point, you have to react. You quickly look like the angry ex. If it could have been settled in an office, I walk out. I get my salary. This story would never have existed. Kylian Mbappé. I hope to have a son who hates football. Still not married at 26? It's Kylian Mbappe's choice. Does marriage missing from my life affect my balance? No, because I chose it. Everyone builds their life differently. I chose to think football was my whole life, and that I wanted to fully enjoy my career. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Only the future will tell me, or God in due time. When you choose things, the outcome is easy to accept. Painful defeat for Venezuela against Colombia, and they won't go to the 2026 World Cup. Chile, despite a 48-team World Cup, will miss the tournament for the third time in a row. Argentina lost 1-0 in Ecuador. Inu Valencia was the scorer. La Albiceleste still finished top of the South American group. Portugal eventually won a tricky match against Hungary, 3-2. Bernardo Silva, Ronaldo, and Cancelo scored 2-2 in these World Cup 2026 qualifiers for Portugal. CR7 is now the joint all-time top scorer in World Cup qualifiers with Carlos Ruiz, 39 goals. England smashed Serbia 5-0. With 15 points out of 15, the Three Lions are almost at the World Cup. Kane, Maduk, Konsa, Guehi and Rashford scored. Kylian Mbappé with France, 92 matches, 52 goals, second top scorer in national team history, and 33 assists, all-time leader in assists for France. Thierry Henry on possibly succeeding Deschamps as France coach. We all know who the new coach will be. You know it and I know it. I wish him the best. Hinting at Zinédine Zidane. Erling Haaland's record with Norway is shocking. 45 matches, 45 goals. All-time top scorer of Norway at 25 years old. Didier Deschamps and Adrien Rabiot were booed at Parc des Princes. No Real Madrid delegation at the Ballon d'Or. Barring surprises, no Madrid representatives will attend the ceremony on September 22nd. Nico Williams suffers an adductor muscle injury and will be out for around 3 weeks. He should miss Athletic Bilbao's UCL return match against Arsenal. Ange Postecoglou replaces Nuno Espirito Santo at Nottingham Forest. The Portuguese coach was sacked after criticizing his boss Evangelos Marinakis. He had finished 7th in the Premier League last season. Liverpool unveiled their new third kit for this season. G's Rodriguez on Kylian Mbappé. I told Kylian Mbappé to go to Real Madrid to win the Ballon d'Or. Manchester City have 13 doubtful players for the derby against Manchester United. In 6th grade, the teacher told him to take the door one day. He took it literally and unhinged the door. Faiza Lamari's hilarious anecdote about Kylian Mbappé. I thought I was going to kill him. Is he gifted? We wanted to do the tests, but he didn't go through with them. A journalist recounts the day Edinson Cavani saved his daughter's life. A year ago in Buenos Aires, Uruguayan journalist Rafa Cotello's daughter, gravely ill, needed emergency surgery. Problem: the hospital required immediate cash payment, which the journalist couldn't make. In a panic, he tried to reach Edinson Cavani, his longtime friend. The player was asleep, but his wife answered and woke him up. Upon hearing the situation, Cavani, too far away to get there in time, called a restaurateur friend who rushed to the clinic with all the money from his till that night. Thanks to that, the surgery took place, and everything went well. A few weeks later, Cotello reimbursed Cavani, who had never asked for anything. PSG fans are banned from traveling to the Velodrome on September 21st. A Real Oviedo fan was arrested for making racist gestures towards Kylian Mbappé during the match against Real Madrid. Camp Nou will have to wait longer. Barca fans won't return to their iconic stadium on September 14th. Against Valencia, they'll play at the Johan Cruyff Stadium, 6,000 seats, as the city council didn't give the green light in time. Christian Eriksen is about to sign for Wolfsburg as a free agent. Happy birthday to the English showman. Jack Grealish turns 30 today. Manchester City star and elusive dribbler. PSG will play the Intercontinental Cup final on December 17th in Doha. Tottenham Hotspur made a late move to sign Seny Mayulu from PSG before the transfer window closed. They could revive their interest in 2026. Zinédine Zidane is set to take charge of the French national team after the 2026 World Cup. He has already laid out his plans for how he will build his team and who he will develop in key roles. Maurizio Sarri would like to bring Lorenzo Insigne back to Europe. Indeed, Lazio are working to sign the Italian, currently a free agent, Victor Boniface. Life is like a shoe. You can't drink a cow because the earth is a carrot. Think about it. Andre Onana's move to Turkey, on loan to Trabzonspor, will take place on Thursday. Medical already scheduled. Arsenal are the new favorites to sign Stuttgart midfielder Angelo Stiller after Manchester United's last-minute bid failed this summer. Kobbie Mainoo could consider a loan move to Napoli this winter. He would favor this option if he doesn't get more playing time at Manchester United. Lamine Yamal. I don't dream of winning one Ballon d'Or. I dream of winning several. Victor Osimhen suffers a sprained ankle and will be out 1 to 2 weeks. Ibrahima Konaté is unlikely to stay at Liverpool next summer. He should join Real Madrid as a free agent. Rafael Leao is expected to miss the match against Bologna this Sunday. Out since August 17th, the Portuguese player still feels calf pain. The 2026 World Cup is taking shape. 18 of the 48 spots are locked in. Lautaro Martinez has now scored more goals for Argentina than Diego Maradona. Nigeria are at serious risk of missing the 2026 World Cup. After drawing against South Africa, Victor Osimhen's side are second in their group with just 11 points, meaning little hope of being among the best runners-up. Senegal came back from 2-0 down to beat DR Congo 3-2. Senegal now have a 2-point lead over DR Congo with 2 games left. Liam Delap is expected to be out until November. Senegal continue their unbeaten run, 24 matches without defeat. No other national team in the world currently does better. Xabi Alonso has great confidence in Eduardo Camavinga. The player could get a lot of playing time. On Sunday against Valencia, Rooney will be available to flick for the first time after the club successfully registered him. The player performed well with his national team during the international break, scoring a Panenka penalty. Against Valencia, he will be a real option and could get his first minutes with the team, especially to rest Lamine before the Newcastle match. Flick also sees him playing on the left wing. Athletic Bilbao are still doing everything they can to sign Aymeric Laporte. The player is angry with Al Nassr after they refused to let him go during the summer. Figo: if I could bring one Barcelona player to Real Madrid, without a doubt, I would choose Pedri. Manchester United and Aston Villa are interested in Daniel Vivian of Athletic Bilbao. His release clause is around £35 million. Real Madrid have not yet decided on Antonio Rudiger's future. The club want to assess his form mid-season before deciding and giving him a chance to get back in shape. Luis Enrique has successfully undergone surgery. The PSG coach is recovering well. Ousmane Dembélé wins the Ons d'Or awarded by Ons Mondial. Steve Mandanda announces his retirement.